in the media conference with Lal Goyal, which is brought to you by V4 News, Karu News, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Bharat Post News, Gyan and Organ Donation India Foundation. Our endeavor is to enlighten you with the current topic, and today's topic is not only current but very, very relevant. And the topic is Global Youth Conclave on Occupational English Test, OET. Now coming to our main topic, Global Youth Conclave on Occupational English Test, OET. The Occupational English Test, also known as OET, is an English language test for healthcare professionals recognized by various regulatory healthcare bodies. It assesses the language communication skills of healthcare professionals who wish to register and practice in an English-speaking environment. OET is available for the following 12 professions: dentistry, dietetics, medicine, nursing, occupational therapy, optometry, pharmacy, physiotherapy, podiatry, radiography, speech pathology, and veterinary science. Test takers include nurses 47%, doctors 23%, dentists 20%, and pharmacists 6%. OET was designed in the late 1980s by Professor Tim McNamara under the guidance of the Australian National Office for Overseas Skills Recognition, NOOSR, which administered the test at that time. The test has been researched and developed continuously since then to ensure that it has kept up with current theory and practice in language assessment. This work has been done by the University of Melbourne Language Testing Research Center and by Cambridge Assessment. This work has been done by the University of Melbourne's Language Testing Research Center and by Cambridge Assessment English. Since March 2013, the test has been owned by Cambridge Box Hill Language Assessment Trust, CBLA, a venture between Cambridge Assessment English and Box Hill Institute. And to discuss this very, very important topic, the Global Youth Conclave on Occupational English Test, OET. So I would like to invite and introduce my chief guest. He is Father Saleen Joseph. Father Saleen Joseph is the Director of Edu Skills International. He is MA, MSW, LLB, PGDCA, CELTA, IELTS, B Pharma, and BTH. He has done CELTA from Cambridge University. A priest in the Catholic order, Father Celine is also a lawyer, research scholar, corporate communications skills trainer, British Council trained teacher, and IELTS and OET, Occupational English Test trainer. As a well-known educationist, he has over 20 years of experience in teaching and has evolved a unique pedagogy of learner-centered teaching and personalized experiential learning. Welcome, Father Saleen Joseph, on our show. Father Saleen Joseph, as you are a trainer for this Occupational English Test, OET, and you have trained so many students from India who are now working across the world. So we would like to know your views on today's Global Youth Conclave on Occupational English Test. Father Saleen Joseph, please.
Thank you, Lal Goyal, sir, for the introduction to all the viewers around the world. This is purely being an educational conference based on educating others on OET. I just directly move into the whole thing. I don't want to speak about communication, its importance among health professionals. I just want to concentrate on the Sapta Sutras, or the 7 principles or strategies for OET success, and the 5 approaches to learning OET, and 4 myths and 4 facts. I'll be putting it in very brief. To get through OET, I've been telling my students and consistently, we need to be competent in 7 areas of language. The linguistic competency in or 7 areas or 7 principles or 7 strategies. The first one is, we call it synonyms or the synonymous language and paraphrasing. To know what does it mean, synonyms, For example, you can take a word called kill and you can substitute that word with assassination, murder, slaughter, kill, or execution. All this means same, but in different contexts, you have to use different words. So, and also synonymous and paraphrasing, using different words to express the same meaning or same sentence. So that's the first principle, and I'm not going to elaborate it more. As you come across, you will be enlightened on that. Second is comparison and contrast. One should be competent in the language used for comparison and contrast when two things are compared and contrasted. The third one is scale, the most important thing where all the competitive exams like OET, IELTS, TOEFL, everybody in their reading, listening have an issue with that. The scale is something like when you say boiled is not hot water, boiled water is not hot water is not warm water is not cold water. So the scale boiled, hot, warm, cold, or when you say all of them, is not most of them. Most of them doesn't mean majority of them. Majority of them doesn't mean many of them. Many of them doesn't mean a few of them. A few of them doesn't mean few of them. So this is called a scale. All, most, majority, many, a few, few. So this entirely they have different meanings. So it looks same. A majority of them doesn't mean many of them. Many of them can be anything more than one. Majority means it should be majority more than at least 50%. So those types of language, scale expressions in language is a very important aspect to crack OET successfully. And also the fourth one is modal verbs. And this is the common mistake everybody makes. Modal verbs, for example, you may follow the traffic rules is not correct. You should follow the traffic rules is not correct. You must follow the traffic rules. Should is suggestive or advisory, whereas must is mandatory. So if you say you must follow traffic rules, that is the right thing. If you say you should follow the traffic rules, it's like you have, it's a suggestion. You have the freedom either to follow or not to follow. The doctor may say it's necessary, you should drink at least 3 liters of water every day. If you don't drink, they are not going to penalize you. So these language assets, the modal verbs are very important. At the same time, the time expressions. So the fifth sutra is time expressions. We should be competent to understand the time expressions like always, sometimes, seldom, never, all these expressions. And they make only all these competencies are being assessed there. If you are competent in these things as you go through your reading, listening, speaking, and writing, you will definitely succeed in OET. The sixth one is reference. When something is referred to by a pronoun or something else, you should be able to understand that. Seventh one is negative meaning. Definitely they assess you in your capacity to understand the negative meaning. For example, they might tell you in the reading text or the audio, not more than 2 attempts of cannulation is allowed. Maybe in the question statement, they will say maximum attempts allowed is 2. So not more than 2 attempts is the negative meaning. So we should be able to understand. These are the 7 principles. In short, synonyms, comparison and contrast, scale, modal verbs, time expressions, reference, and negative meaning. If someone is competent in these 7 aspects, you can not only OET, you can crack any of the competitive exams in English language. So this is the thing, or the crux of the exam, OET exam. Now the 5 approaches are very simple for learning. It can be any learning. Definitely for OET, we call it FIRST method, FIRST. F stands for foreseeing, means predicting. As you look at the heading of the text, or when they introduce the heading of the audio, main theme of the audio, you should be able to understand what is it, foresee it, predict what's going to happen in this. For example, they are going to speak about diabetes. So you should know they will be speaking what all the aspects they will be dealing with it. Maybe you will definitely know they will describe and define the diabetics, what disease condition it is. So diabetes will be described. Then they will speak about the symptoms or the investigations and the investigations required. Then they speak about the medications. Then they might speak about the follow-up. So this sequence should be predicted. Everything has a sequence, and the first and foremost thing for you in all your 4 subtests in OET to understand the sequence of your test. There's a sequence in every text material for reading as well as audio. So you should be able to, and definitely you should be able to present this sequence in your speaking as well. And definitely in writing, you have that sequence starting from the purpose of the letter till the end of the letter as you take leave from the letter. And simply the 4 myths. Quantity of practice counts. You practice 50 materials, 100 materials, reading materials, writing materials, or listening materials. But then that's a myth and wrong. It's not the quantity, but the quality counts. The way you practice. It's not how many practices you made, how you practiced it. The way you have to practice, we teach them specifically how you have to practice with 7 steps. So it has to be analytically done, strategically done. Second one is the common saying is practice makes man perfect. But here there is an exception for this well-known saying. Just practice will not make you help you to succeed OET, but strategical practice helps you to succeed in OET. So strategy-based practice, just practice will not help you much. Strategical practice helps you to crack OET. The fourth one is hard work is required. Hard work is required to crack OET. No, that's a myth. That's not correct. You need smart work. It's not the hard work, but you need the smart work to crack OET according to the strategy and consistently smart work. And the fourth myth is duration of training. I've been practicing it for 2 years or 1 year or 6 months. It is a myth. Duration of training will help you. It's the fact is that consistent practice helps you. Even if it's a short period of time, every day, consistent practice. And this is what I really want to tell you. These 7, and the first method, what happens is first forecasting. Second one is investigation. Third one is reading. Investigation means you have to put all the questions to that topic. Why, what, where, when, how, and ask the answers. Then third step is reading. And fourth step is speaking out. Just try to speak out what you read or what you heard. Fifth step is teleprinting, we call it. T stands for teleprinting, means writing down. Write down the summary gist of it every time you make a practice. So first is foreseeing. Second one is investigation. R stands for reading. S stands for speaking out. T stands for teleprinting. So these Sapta Sutras or principles or strategies and 5 approaches and 4 facts, ruling out the myths and going into the facts definitely will help you to succeed in cracking OET anyone over the world. This is my experience, and this is what happens in every test. This is the way the tests are benchmarked by Cambridge examiners. So this is the way they benchmark every material. So understand the material and go through it using these strategies and find out as you go through, search for these strategies, and definitely you will succeed. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Father Saleen Joseph, for giving such a short but precisely what is to be done by the students. First of all, I would like to thank Father Celine for praising me. Although I'm not a deserving for this, I take the inspiration from Father Celine. So it's not that I am icon, rather the Father Celine is icon, because I feel that the youth today is having more knowledge, more, you can say, the dedication for work, which if they will channelize that energy in a correct direction under the guidance like Father Celine, then the youth can do wonders, and they are doing wonders. And Father Celine, how easily this is called the knowledge, the wisdom, those who are the thought leaders like Father Celine, how easily and very simply he explained the complete philosophy of the examination of OET. Even I am now thinking that I should also appear for OET very easily. What principles he has, Sapta Sutra and the fact first, and then the myths, 4 myths. So all these things is when someone is working selflessly, like Father Celine. That is where we are lacking in India. Although there are few people like Father Celine, but still we require more Father Celines in India so that no one will have any lack of knowledge, or at least they can crack exams, not only of OET, but all types of exams, if they will understand the basics of the language or whatsoever the subject. The basic knowledge is required, because if your foundation is strong, then you can make multi-story building. But if your foundation is weak, whatsoever training you will take from here and there, as Father Celine rightly said, training, the timing is not important. The important is the consistency. And I think the foundation which he has put. Thank you very much, Father Celine, for giving your very, very clear and simple way of cracking OET.
I would like to also thank our chief guest, Father Saleen Joseph, who is a director of EduSkills International. I was extremely fortunate to actually have known Father Saleen for many years. I think it's more than 20 years, definitely. And he's always been like he was a priest, he's a family friend who's always been there for us every time as a rock in our difficult situations. He was a motivator and also a guru. He's a well-known educationalist, and he's phenomenally contributed towards educating and helping students from different backgrounds. We know about that. And it's a fact that he's made his mission to support others and without expecting anything in return, which has to be uploaded. And I've witnessed him in action many years ago. He was our parish priest. He, similarly, as he do now, he's conducted many IEL training sessions for students there. And I think I remember still my mom saying they've hosted a couple of those events at my home, and all the feedbacks from the students and everything was really great. And I'm glad that he's continuing his mission and that he can mold the lives of many young people, and wish you further success on this, Father.
Myself is Krishnaveni. I would like to explain or tell my experience through this EduSkills family, because I am one of the candidates that who always frustrated to do the reading subtest. That is really a night miracle for me. Then by following Father Saleen, as he given the introduction for the Sapta Sutras for OET practice to make yourself successful in OET, I really followed all his techniques, then make myself too comfortable with reading. I can proudly say that his techniques or the suggestions, whatever is given by Father Saleen, is definitely unbelievable to the candidates unless you practice and get the good scores. But I can recommend everyone to even watch, if you get some time, please kindly allocate some time to watch some videos on EduSkills family in YouTube. That can definitely help you, and it is free of cost and everything. Then thank you so much, Ms. and Father Celine, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity.
I'm Albitom from Abu Dhabi. I completed my nursing from KIMS Bangalore, and I cleared my OET exam recently in last November with 4B scores, which is the score we require for any countries we can go. And about my experience, I studied my OET with Father Saleen's EduSkills, where it was really fun actually. Before I joined here, study or any studies was like help to me. I was like very hardworking. I need to spend more and more hours to find out the answers and all. But when I start studying here, as Father Saleen mentioned before, I start smart work instead of hard work. And then materials, even if we practice on a single material, how much time we spend for that material to find out the wrong answers benefited more. Because instead of doing thousands of materials, doing a small amount of authentic materials, that's the other thing I want to explain. Like we will get thousands of material in this market, but we need to find out the authentic materials. If we follow non-authentic materials, which may reduce our competency in English. So we should be careful about that. And having mentor is the other thing. Everyone must have one mentor, and we need to follow the rules or strategies he follows, because if we running behind thousands of mentors, it may confuse our skills and there are chances of reducing our competency. And strategical practice is another thing. And when I was studying, even if, for example, when I doing my reading, I'll make the timing, and once I finish, I check my answers and I'll rework it for 2 or 3 times. How many times we rework will benefit us more, because we'll find out how I got this wrong answer and why the other answers were wrong. So all the details, when we find out, it will be very easy for us to identify what the very next exam or very next practice. We'll easily identify all these things. It will not be a confusion. So who all are practicing, I'll tell you, like, you should, instead of doing thousands of materials, just do the material and rework it. Even writing or listening, whatever the module you are practicing, we need to rework. And other thing, quality. We need quality practice. And about EduSkills, it's a free platform. We have Telegram group and YouTube free channels. So everyone can are welcomed over there. You'll get immense amount of materials and thousands of helping hands over there. You'll get the best materials, I'll say, because our mentor is Cambridge certified tutor. So before joining here, I studied in another institute. For there, I got many things, but reading and listening are the main two modules I like to explain, like where I didn't get this much of strategies or cracked OET. So thus, these are the easiest method, and through this strategy, we can easily crack OET. And thank you, Father Saleen, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to explain.
Good morning to all. My name is Vinny Manoharan. I am from Thodupuzha, Kerala. I successfully completed my OET on November 6th. I got a full B score on all the modules, and thank you for Father Celine, because for my listening subtest, I got my highest scores. I got 410 out of 500. And I would only say that it's all because of his practice and guidance. Not only for that, but also for all modules, he is giving all the strategies. And regarding EduSkills, it is a non-profit platform. You can find a lot of materials, and his YouTube videos. Actually, I just want to give one advice. They are a bit lengthy videos, but they are actual classroom videos. How a tutor will teach you in a real classroom. He is taking classes for us. That's what he is uploading in the YouTube. And for that, I don't think many of they will just skip it, but please do have patience and watch it, because it's not for any publicity or anything. Those are real classes. So I wish all the best for the upcoming OET, those who are going to appear for the exam. And once again, I would like to thank you, Father Celine, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vinny. And one point which she has made is very, very important about the listening. And I will tell you, when I went for the first time abroad, 80% what they were talking, I was not understanding. Their accent was different, but I was just nodding my head as I was listening. Then I understood that one has to understand the accent if you are going to visiting any country. Otherwise, you will be acting like a fool, because you don't know what they are talking. So accent is very important, and it's a very, very important tip which you have mentioned, and I'm sure that this is due to the Father Celine. If one understands the accent, different accents, then there is no problem for listening and making your points. Thank you very much. Now, my next youth guest is Miss Sharni Lidwin Fernandez.
Hi, good morning to all. I'm Shalini Fernandez. I am a nurse, and I have got more than 20 years of experience working abroad as well as in India. Currently, I'm working as a professor in a reputed college in Mangalore. How did I get through OET reading? I was looking for the institution who will give the authentic type of teaching, because I myself is a teacher, and I found out Father Celine, who is running a non-profit institution, and it is for all the students, irrespective of caste, religion, background. Believe me, this institute you will never find anywhere. This is my opinion. What I learned from Father is, he has learned us how to peel the skin of a banana. The thing is left to me only to swallow the banana. The strategies what he gave me is immensely recommendable. People who are eagerly waiting to pass the OET, do not hesitate. Just log into EduSkills platform and get all the things that you have in this platform. You remember the dedicated service by the members within the platform, along with the mentor, the sincere efforts that have been put by the people. Definitely, it is empowering each other. Then you will be really motivated to achieve this. The positivity what comes from the mentor is easily absorbed by all the aspirants who are representing the EduSkills today. Father Celine, we need to have these kind of teachers. Then definitely there will be no single student who will be writing exam in a second attempt. All will clear the exam in the first attempt, provided they get the correct technique or the correct skills that has to be implemented. At the outset, being a proud member of this non-profit EduSkills platform and being the loving candidate of our mentor, I would say, be eager to join and get the benefit. You're not going to lose a single penny from your pocket. Only you will become smart, competent, and confident. And you can face anything in the UK or Ireland, wherever you go, because it is not only OET under EduSkills, it is personal development of an individual is done by our mentor. At the outset, I take this opportunity to thank Father Celine. Thank you.
Greetings of the day to one and all. I take this privilege to express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Lal Goyal and Father Saleen Joseph for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I'm Tina Sebastian from India, and I have completed my nursing from Canosa from Kerala. I have been in this profession since 2010. Currently, I'm working as a nursing supervisor at Ludwin Hospital, Kannur, which is in Kerala. And I'm happy to share that I cracked OET in November 2021, and I'm on my process to Ireland. And I also would like to grab the words from Father Saleen. It is not the quantity of practice you do, but the quality. It will provide you a very better score for your destination country. And that's how I scored B score, a score of 370 in my writing. From my opinion, I would suggest to go and watch the uploaded videos in the EduSkills platform. This will really help to get the clear picture about the OET writing task, which we will not get from any other institution. I have studied various institutions, and I can clearly tell you about the various difference. And the EduSkills platform provides variety and a differential learning. It's a unique platform. And to tell you, those people who are confused whether to write IELTS or OET, my humble opinion is those of you who belongs to healthcare profession, your better choice is OET, because OET is related to your profession. So you will understand it in a better way. And as for me, IELTS, I believe it's like an encyclopedia. You will get questions from anywhere else, any topic. So for my upcoming new buds and new junior nurses, just try OET and get settled in a country where you wish to work so in the future. And once again, I thank you all for your patient listening.
Good morning, one and all. First of all, I would like to express my sincere Father Celine, who gave me this opportunity to take part in this media conference. Myself, Regina Begum. I work as a nurse in United Arab Emirates. I have been in this profession for last 16 years. My passion is to empower and motivate others by sharing the knowledge. Today, my role is to speak about OET speaking subtest. Well, in OET speaking subtest, they will be assessing our proficiency in English, communication skills, and the ability to deal with a situation in an empathetic way. While starting the exam, they will be giving a cue card to us. Examiner will give a cue card to us which contain all the information which need to speak in that time. And then the interviewer will be portraying the role of patient or attender, and then we have to take the role of a nurse. We will have to perform 2 role plays in 20 minutes duration, and the time duration for each role play is 5 minutes, and along with that we get 5 minutes preparation time. In the beginning, there will be warm-up sessions. Like they will ask us some warm-up questions, which will help us to get comfortable with the examiner. Now let me tell you some structure of the OET speaking exam. That is, we start with for example, starting of the interview, and then the nurse will take the history, collect the history from the patient, and then we will be explaining the condition or the procedure in details to the patient. And then the next step is providing reassurance to the patient. And final step is ending the interview in an empathetic way. I feel that speaking is not a challenging or competent task because most of the content is given there in the cue card itself. Our role is to make sentences in a meaningful and through the empathetic phrases. In order to know more about the speaking success, please watch our EduSkills YouTube videos. We have multiple videos there. Everything is clearly mentioned about all the modules, so you can watch that. I would like to share my own experience in EduSkills, which motivated me to expose to experiential learning, that is, fall in love with what you do. Being in the OET community, most of us have to need to overcome with the family and work life. I personally, one among them who was finding difficulty to concentrate and spend time to study OET learning success. But after joining to EduSkills, I subjected to the concept of experiential learning, that is, invest less and harvest more. Apart from that, I realized the importance of smart work along with the consistent work. Let me tell you, friends, if even though you do a small task or you spend little time on your studies in a day, do with your love and motivation and dedication and with full concentration, so that you will get your dream score and you can achieve your dream as early as. Now, I would like to tell you some of the activities which motivated and which made me to fall in love with OET and EduSkills platform. First of all, our day started with a prayer, which helped me to rejuvenate my mind and the day with full energy. And secondly, we have a reading and listening challenges activities in the platform, so that it helped me to improve my English competency, and slowly I fall in love with OET Success. Not only that, we have plenty of amazing activities in our platform, like Zoom sessions, video challenges, grammar challenges, Zoom discussions every day, and a small study group, benchmark study group, and so on. And there is a saying that teaching is a great way of keeping learning. So in EduSkills, I experienced that, and with proud and gratitude, I will tell you that Father Celine and EduSkills platform molded me to become a good teacher, and I'm very happy to share my experience with to my friends, and I'm very happy to share my knowledge to everyone who approached me. And now I'd like to tell you that experiential learning is a great opportunity for every competitive exam takers. And in this competitive world, you must change your learning attitude. This will really help you. And now I would like to conclude my explanation saying that be adaptable, flexible, never stop learning. And then you will, the rate of changing never will stop, and neither should you. By Brian Regan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Regina Begum. Never stop learning is the mantra which Father Celine has given, experiential learning. Love whatsoever you are learning something. These are the mantras Father Celine is really, I must say that that's what I initially said, that we require, Father Celine, such type of people in across the India or across the world, so that the students will not face any problem in their life.
Good morning. Thank Father Saleen for giving me this opportunity. Myself, I am Nisha Mariam Verghese. I'm a registered nurse and I've been having 14 years of experience in this profession. Currently, I'm working in United Kingdom, Northwest Anglia NHS Foundation Trust. And the competency exam, which I have cleared to come to this country, is Occupational English Test. And also, I'm a successful OET aspirant from EduSkills International. So, as my colleagues has already explained about occupational English test and all related topics about that, I just want to share a few tips for how I succeed OET through EduSkills. So, for me, actually, I got an opportunity to meet Father Saleen and also EduSkills family before starting my practice. So it helped me a lot to practice with proper guidance. So when I started to practice, I got opportunity to watch videos which Father Saleen, who is the director of EduSkills, who has uploaded many videos regarding each subtest, which is available in YouTube. So what I have did I used to write the tips and strategies from the videos and I applied it into my practice. So it helped me a lot because it helped me to get my scores in a proper, I got proper techniques and tips. So for my, what I can suggest is to try to do at least 15 to 20 materials. No need to do a lot of materials and get yourself overwhelming. Only thing, just try to do consistent practice, not to make do at the same time a single material and a whole material and get frustrated. Make it short and do consistent and confident practice. Then other thing, I can try to evaluate yourself after doing each material, and you have to find out where we are lacking, how you got this wrong answer, how can I gain next time. So this is the thing I did. And if I am doing a reading, it is a good advice to read medical journals. This will really help to gain your confidence during your exams. And also try to collect some synonymous words, try to collect synonyms, and try to paraphrase, learn how to paraphrase. All these things will really help in reading. And for listening, listening is same like reading, but only thing we can concentrate is instead of reading medical journals, we can try to listen Australian podcast and health related topics. This will really help you. And if we are in a busy schedule, we can listen this podcast according to our convenient times. We can watch while traveling, hear while traveling. It's not a matter. So try to listen these videos, listening health reports as well. So for speaking, what I have did is I just try to keep a speaking partner for you. That will really help. So that we can get a consistent and practice, and also try to get a good feedback as well. For writing, what I have did this, I try to follow the videos which Father was uploaded in YouTube. There he is teaching through S-bar techniques, which my colleagues has already explained about that. So I did this is this video I followed for my writing. So my opinion to those who are preparing for OET, just try to watch father's videos. It is available in YouTube, and also try to enroll yourself in EduSkills family. It is a non-profitable platform, and we are getting many opportunities to upgrade ourselves. So try to take use of it and try to take benefit of this non-profitable platform, empower each other, and grow together. Thank you once again, Father Saleen and Mr. Lalgoel sir, and all my entire team for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nisha Mariam, for giving your views. And the confidence is the key factor if you are going for the OET, but that is because the Father Celine has given all the mantras. So if you know the mantras, you can be confident. Thank you very much.
First of all, good morning to all. I'm Sandhya. I'm a nurse by profession working in JSS Medical College Hospital, Karnataka since 15 years. I cracked my OET in last September. I'm happy to inform you all that I got my DL in last week. When I planned to study for OET, one of my friends suggested Edu platform. I was having trouble in many modules such as hesitation during speaking, time management in reading, and my handwriting also, it was very worse. And I finally tested to OET people. They told it looked like Arabic. So I started to write for 4-line copies with my kid. Assume it is a platform for 1,000 and more students. They provide equal attention to each and everyone.
Thank you very much for giving your views. So viewers, you have seen today how those who have taken the training from Father Saleen Joseph about the in his Edu Skills International, the simple points which he has explained even in his today's initial comments, and he has shown that if somebody will take those seriously, if they understand the basics, they can crack OET very simply. And it's not the only cracking the OET, as Ms. Brownie has mentioned about the future, which is which is very, very important. You are not only cracking the OET, you have to work there, you have to see the atmosphere, and for that, EduSkills is doing something. I must not praise. It's not something which is a sponsored program. I will tell you, I never take a single penny from anyone. But because I found Father Celine's EduSkill is so beneficial for the youth, for those who wants to go abroad or those who wants to pursue their career in this field, they must go, because this is something which is a non-profitable organization. Giving you, one can watch on YouTube, one can learn from there, or contact directly Father Saleen on his see his website or the YouTube. There you will get all the information. But one thing is very clear today: if I feel satisfaction, sometimes I feel very much satisfied, which I felt today in this program, because the knowledge imparted by all the youth guests, apart from Father Celine, that they have given all points which were definitely taught by Father Celine, that it has clarified what is OET, how one should crack it, one should not feel scared of it, and one can do it with full confidence. Thank you very much, all the youth guests. My sincere thanks to Father Saleen Joseph for developing, and I again say, I will always say, we require such types of more Father Saleen Joseph in the country, so that no student will have any problems for cracking any test in India or anywhere in the world. Thank you very much. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Karu News, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon se, Samvad Sarokar News, Bharat Post News, Gyan, as well as was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much, Father Saleen Joseph, for enlightening all of us and enlightening all our viewers with your, I must say, the EduSkills for which today's topic. And thank you all the viewers, and I'm sure today's program is very enlightening. And in case if you have any problem or if you have any query or questions, please put it in any of the medias which are available on OTT platform or otherwise, and the answers will be given directly by the Father Saleen Joseph. Or you can WhatsApp me on my number. I will send forward it to Father Celine to get the answers. Thank you very much.